because we need to deal with it, technologies, things like that. And sometimes you turn the camera other side, and you need to you get stuck. You look great anyway, Simone. Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Simone, teacher Simone, you look great. People
Thank
here,
you.
they.
Thank you.
And what about me? I don't look great?
Of course you do, my
Guys.
dear. You look great.
Okay, okay. Well, teacher Simone, first of all, I'd like to thank you for accepting my invite to join with me there today,
My
this live.
pleasure.
And yeah, I know you have a tight schedule, but anyway, yeah, it's my pleasure to have you here.
Thank
And
you.
I hope we have a great time doing this, and next times over and over, yeah, we can join uh together. Yeah,
Okay.
you look both great. You look both great. Oh, okay. I like it now. Teacher Shirley. Teacher Simone, first of all, where do you live? Present yourself. Some of my followers here, my friends, they don't know yet you.
Mhm.
And yeah, we want to know a little about you. How long you been teaching English? Yeah, things like that. Yeah, present yourself, please.
Okay. So let me introduce myself. My name is Simone Ponte. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I live in Copacabana, right?
All
And
right.
I'm an English teacher. I've been working as a teacher for almost 30 years. Yeah. And
All right.
besides being a teacher, I am a what we call now teacherpreneur. What is that? I'm a teacher that is an entrepreneur. I've been working as with online classes since 2017, right? So it's something that I really love, working online. And I know that this kind of
Great.
problems, of technological problems, sometimes happen. So you have just to know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I love teaching, something that I really, really like.
Yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be a great subject for you, teacher,
Mm-hmm.
because you said me right now. I love teaching, and then, well, here we go. The question today is, what does it mean to be a good teacher? First of all,
Mm-hmm.
guys, I want to tell you that many of you here, you don't know probably where we only talk about exactly. We're going to talk about how to be, what does it mean to be a good teacher. Don't confuse with a professor, okay, guys? Because professor, we are talking about perhaps like scientists or some people that give classes in university, okay, or beyond that, giving classes, he has in charge of some sector, maybe pedagogic management, something like that. Yeah, he's in a high level, and we call professor. Yeah, but we are talking about teacher. Okay, comes from the verb to teach. Okay, actually English teacher. Okay, and we will talk around some topics here and leave you some tips as well, like vocabulary. And yeah, teacher Simone will is going to come up with some new tips. Yeah, I hope so. You stay there and have a great time with us. Yeah, teacher Simone. Um, what do you think about this subject? I think I saw you excited when I talked. Yeah, when I first time when we talked about it, and I want to
Yeah.
know, in your opinion, yeah, and I want to know your opinion. What does it mean for you to be a good teacher?
All right. All right. So, to be a good teacher, well, you have to take into consideration many things. Um, First of all, a great teacher must show that they care about students as people, right? Uh, they are human beings, so they have feelings, they have problems, and so sometimes some things can affect their learning process. And so teachers must be understanding, give them support, any kind of support, personal, didactic, sometimes even mental or psychological support, right? Because depending on the situation, students need this kind of help. And the teacher must provide this. I think it's very important, right? And
Yeah.
teachers must have in mind that they can make a difference in their students' lives, right? I've heard from some students of mine that after, having just studied with me, and they had a dream and they could reach it because they were with me, and I gave them support, and then I just, okay, come on, don't give up. I know you can do it. So in order to make them feel better, just encourage them, and then make them feel self-esteem, right? I'm not a loser. I can win. I can do it. So it's always motivate them, right? It's something that's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Teacher has to agree with that.
Okay, okay. Yeah, teacher, I appreciate so much your comment. And there's something special you said about motivation. Yeah, I think so. I agree totally with you in this point, because being an English teacher, we need to be, we need to love the human being, and we need to give support entirely psychological, emotional, and cognitive, and yeah, a lot of aspects we need to pay attention. For example, yesterday, yeah, was it yesterday? I was giving a class. A student of mine named Mika. I think she is here. Let me see, Mika. Mika, where are you? Yeah. She said me, teacher. We were making some kind of exercise, and she said me, teacher, I forgot about this. Yeah, I knew it, but I forgot it. And yeah, there are many things that happen often, things like that, and we need to be patient. Okay, we need to reinforce the idea, and find another method for this person. Maybe it's something she grew up with, and things like emotional she's passing through, and we need to find a method that is convenient for that right moment for this student. And we need to separate to know that many students, they have different ways to learn, and they have a different progress, so that we can engage at different ways, from teaching. Yeah.
That's for sure. And you made an important point, which is patience. So a teacher must be patient, right? So as you said, sometimes you explain, you think that you have got a beautiful explanation, and the student looks at you and says, sorry, I didn't get it. And okay,
Yeah.
you have to try another way to make him or her understand, and you try it again. And then he or she continues to say, sorry, can you just try to explain again? As you said, each person has different ways to learn. So there are some ones that are visual. So doesn't matter if, okay, work on the pronunciation. So this is a mug, touch it. No, a person needs to have a picture. So other ones are auditory. So they need to listen to understand. Other ones are kinesthetic. So if you show, this is a coat.
Yeah.
So repeat, coat. But if, okay, put on your coat, take off your coat. So the person is touching. Now I understand what coat is. So this is, so the teacher must have this wide vision and say, okay, so we'll have like a group of 20 students, but 3 are auditory, 5 are visual. So you have to try to work with each one of them in a different way, right? Okay. So that's why we need to be patient.
Totally agree with you. Let's make a little breaking here. We we watched the last news this week as breaking news. President Obama, he was caught up with the flu, coronavirus. He was affected by coronavirus. And President Obama, if you are watching this live, please take care of yourself. And we hope the fastest recovery for you. Okay.
Recovery. Yeah. Yeah. All of us.
Yeah. Okay. Back into our life. Yeah, teacher. Which kind of methods, character, personal or professional characteristics you think a good teacher must have? I'm asking why I'm asking it, because I don't know, many people say no, a good teacher need to be calm, need to be excited, or need to be outgoing. In your point of view, where's the behavior? Yeah, we need to bring in our class, for example.
Francis, yeah. I think it depends on each person, because okay, so I may not look, but I'm terribly shy, but nobody believes that. And so there are
You shy?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You cannot see it, but I'm blushing here.
Don't fuck me up.
And this laughter, it's just to show that I'm pretty nervous. Just that. It's just to disguise my nervousness. Okay, but just come back to our topic.
Yeah.
It depends on the person's personality. So there are people that are shy and they give wonderful lessons. There are other people that are extremely outgoing and they are fantastic teachers. So this depends on each person's personality, and each person has their own way of teaching and being marvelous teachers. This year, I don't remember exactly which month. Okay, talking about methodology. So which methodology can you use? And he said, well, you were exposed to several methodologies. And he said that's something that I just agree. Say, okay, you may follow any methodology, but you can find your methodology. So I can not necessarily follow one specifically. I can just pick up some, okay, in this kind of methodology, I think this is interesting. I think this is going to work with my students. This one, and then you just like a puzzle. And then you have Simone's methodology, and she's going to check it out. And if the students respond in a good way, okay, go for it. But oh, no, this is not working properly, so you can make some adaptations. So it's not something like square, solid. You can just adapt, right? And besides that, one thing that I think it's pretty important is a good teacher must master their subject. I mean, knowledge is a must. So you must know what you have to teach. So you must have some basis, right? Some content to provide the student with, right?
Yeah.
And something that I love about teaching is that there's always room for learning. So a teacher never, ever stops studying. So a teacher is always looking and craving for improvement in all sectors, like the educational. So you keep on studying the language, because the language, it's something dynamic. So it's not something stopped. So there's always change in language. For example, just an example. This week, I was teaching a student, okay, future plans with going to, right? Okay, so you say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do next week? I'm going to stay at home because of the coronavirus. And then I was teaching him, okay, so you can say, I'm going to stay at home. But you can say, I'm going to stay. Gonna, right, is the same as going to, right, in an informal way. And now, I remember when I was studying lots of years ago, we didn't have this I'ma. So I'ma do it. I'm not saying I'ma. So I'ma, it's a more reduction of going to.
It's a reduction going
So,
to.
as I told you, language. Yes, I'm gonna do it, right? I'm gonna call you in a moment. Okay, hold on a minute. So when I was studying, we didn't have AMA, right? So as I told you, language is a dynamic process.
And
And
it
it must be
there is
my
a
student
result of
comes
your
to
improvement.
you.
Looking for
If a student comes
see.
to you and say, teacher, what the heck is AMA? I've never seen it. I can't understand it. I say, all right, this is can be considered not a slang, but it's something formal. So teacher must get updated all the time and see it.
Yeah.
And besides that, they must crave for professional development as well, right? So, okay, I've just done my language course, right? I've taken letras through PUC, and that's okay. It's an end. No, why not just trying a master degree, just trying this Cambridge exams for you, just for teachers.
You need to achieve more and more. Okay,
yes,
reaching your goals.
This makes, I really believe that this makes
professional development. Some guys here, professional development. Room for improvement. Lovely. Here.
As I told you, I've been working as an online teacher for 3 years. So, for example, in 2016, I didn't know what online classes were. And now, so I need to get updated. I need to learn this. And then I start just taking courses and then adapting and working. Oh my God, I have to try to work online. What can I do, right? How different classes are from the face-to-face one. And then, and okay, then I became a teacherpreneur. I need to know, right, administration. I need to know digital marketing. I have just to learn all these things that in a way not related to education. So I've been learning, and I'm an eternal learner.
Get an overview about that's it. As I used to say, nobody can say last live I had with Marcelo, I said something like that. I totally agree with you. We cannot say no, I just studied. I already studied. I finished my studies. We will never finish our studies. It's going to be a teeny improvements every day. We need to research. We need to look for. We need to every day. We are And for who teaches is very important to be updated and keeping up your English as well, because you live right now in a beautiful country. And you need to be updated. You need to keep in contact with language. You need to keep in touch with other people. And so that you can. I love to keep up my English as well. Then it's been so long. I don't. I went up from Cape Town, where I live there, and where I used to keep to contact with English every single day. And right now I need to keep up my English, and making things around the English that make me be always up a bit, And teacher, I think so. It's important to have a good communication with our students, It's important to use daily words, so they can understand, not using words, expressions very from other level they cannot understand, because they feel distressed at the point that they feel distressed. Well, teacher is saying some things like I cannot understand. I don't know if someday, somehow I will understand what teacher says. And teacher talks very quickly, very fast as I cannot get the words. The teacher is then we need to pay attention. We need to take care of this side. When we get in contact with our students, we need to understand the level each one they are, and so that we can get the best for them. Teacher.
Exactly that.
And what about the methods?
Okay, just a second. Just to, would like us to add something.
Yeah.
that, as I said, it's a
Go
matter of
ahead, teacher.
adaptation. So you have to take into consideration the student's level, right? And you have to adapt your
Yeah.
language. And one thing that's very important, that for us teachers, that sometimes it's hard to hold our anxiety. It's when we ask a question and the students take time to answer because they are thinking. They are just trying to
They are
build up the
thinking.
sentence.
Yeah. In
And then you
Portuguese,
are,
they are
yeah,
thinking
then you are like this.
to make it mind
Yeah.
after.
And then you are so anxious for the answer. And then sometimes you
Yeah.
interrupt them
Yeah.
and you make them lose the flow. So we have to hold our breath and okay,
All brief.
give
Yeah.
them
And
the
take a minute.
time,
Let's take a
right?
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's part of the process. And sometimes we, right, just
Yeah.
hold on your
Yeah.
horses.
It's very important what you said, Simone, because I had a student of mine, when I ask something, he's kind of thinking, and teacher, wait a minute. I know what you asked me. I know what you asked me, but I need a second yeah, something like he need to set up in the mind, and after to think in Portuguese and construct the phrase.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like it's a process that we it's a normal. Yeah, and I say take it easy, take your time. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
don't need to
Yes.
hurry up.
Yes, you
Don't
have
need to
to make
hurry
them
up.
feel comfortable, right?
Yeah,
So
feel
you make them
comfortable.
feel
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing it. So
Make you
yeah,
feel
because
comfortable
this it's a part of the process. So in the beginning, it's going to take a longer time, and then after this time is going to
after.
be with
Yeah,
us, and then that has to do with fluence, and then he or she is going to think faster and then speak faster, right?
yeah. And other stuff important, teacher, is that we need to know, we need to wake that we have different students. For example, you have an older student, you are teaching for kids, you are teaching for teenagers. You need to, yeah, you need to identify, no, he is an old man. I need to, he takes too much time to get this lesson, for example.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's a kid, he's a kid. And I need to use this method more easy, or something like that. No, he's a teenager. He's a woman, for example. Yeah, he's a matron. Yeah, and she has other responsibilities. And yeah, we need to know how to separate the things, you know.
Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
It
the
has to
way
do
it is.
with the choice of topics. So when you, okay, this just make a link to another point that I think it's important, that a teacher must be
Yeah,
organized. So their lessons
yeah,
must be well planned. So okay, what is your focus? What kind of student you're teaching? So if it's a kid, you're gonna just deal with these topics and this way of engaging them. So I'm teaching an adult,
yeah,
right? So I'm not gonna talking about, I don't know, right? Just jumping rope. Right, so this is a topic for
yeah,
kids. So you must see exactly, right? Otherwise they will feel
yeah.
demotivated, and then so that's what is important for you to have this. You need to know what's the student's needs, right? So
Yeah, of course, of
okay, what do
course.
you need?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you need English for? So and then you establish your plan, and then you build your course, and then according to that you can teach it,
So that it
and
can
all the
feel
time this
motivated.
constant feedback.
The point of motivation for the class. Yeah,
That's for sure. That's for sure. That's
yeah.
right.
Because you will not
Right.
teach about stars if you want to travel anywhere. You won't not teach about something he's not interested in. Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
really,
right? Because
yeah.
it's
That's
of
it.
course it's better when you like something. So generally, I ask my students first question: do you like English? Okay, you can be all right sincere if you don't like it, but if they say I do, oh, it's easier. If you think, I don't, okay, so I'm gonna try to change this. I'm gonna make this lessons more enjoyable for you to start changing your mind. So I try to conquer my students by the way I teach,
Yeah.
by the way I deal with the things to make them feel not so, it's hard, it's difficult.
Look
No,
at
let's
this
try to make
comment.
them easy. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
Look at it. Now I understand when people say women speak more than men. Oh, what
So
is
what
it?
do you think, that I'm speaking too much? Okay, I'm gonna just shut up. Okay. So
No, no.
go on, Francis.
I cry, I'm laughing here. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, no, 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 it doesn't matter, teacher. You may speak, you are
Yeah,
in
I'm just
control.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Hi, Lorani. Evening, Miss Lorani. Be welcome. Yeah. Yeah, teacher. And
Yeah.
there is something important you say right now about the different students we have, the different persons. We have some people more, they are more hearing person. Yeah. Some people, they are more reading person. They are more
Mhm.
they cut up the things by pictures, by images. They cut something hearing. Yeah, we need to focus on the right method for these students. Yeah.
That's
For
for
example,
sure.
I had a
That's for
student of
sure.
mine. Yeah, I had a student of mine named Lucas. Yeah, we were starting to study. It was like the first class, and I asked him which kind of person you are. Yeah, and we cannot teach anything about to know what kind of student we have. Yeah, and I know, if I know I have this kind of student is he's a visual person, and
Uh-huh.
then my method is going to be about visual for him.
Mm-hmm.
My student likes a lot to hearing music. He perhaps he has in a band. Something like that. He plays guitar, something like that. We need to discover, things, personal things about him, so that we can engage, the way.
That's for
Yeah,
sure. That's for sure.
yeah,
But
yeah,
another important thing is a good teacher must know how to engage students, right? How to ask the right questions,
yeah,
wait for the right time for the answer, how you can just make them work in groups, in pairs, just give them opportunity for the ones that who are shyer just to participate. So know how to deal with discipline problems when you're teaching kids, right? How to manage it. So he or she must have this classroom management techniques, right? And I
yeah,
think it's
yeah. It's all
very
about
important.
techniques. Yeah, teacher, feel
Yeah,
comfortable here. Okay,
I'm
that was
feeling
just a
totally comfortable.
kidding. You may talk. You may talk the more you can. Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
my dear host.
Until the midnight. Yeah, okay, until
No,
the
no,
mid.
no,
I
no.
have until the midnight.
Sorry, I can't. Today is Friday, you know?
Yeah, teacher. What
Yeah.
about the methods? What about the methods, tools, and types you want to leave here for English learners? They are watching this live about to improve the vocab. We had also some lives, a lot of lives here in my Instagram, and we already talked about improvement, the vocabulary, and I'd like to hear you as a teacher. What kind of tips, especially you have to leave English learners here, so that they can
Mhm.
improve? Yeah, because English learners, they are always focused on improvement,
Mhm.
vocabulary.
That's for sure.
Yeah, what
Okay.
kind of
So,
tips?
one thing that I have in mind is for you to improve your vocabulary. So you need content. So how can you get content? Through reading and listening, right? So there is no way out. So the more you read, the more you listen, the better your vocabulary gets. So, okay, so how can I work with that? So something that worked for me that I usually tell my students is, okay, you know, where I have this kind of notebook, not small notebook that I always carry in my bag because, okay, let me confess something. I'm learning another language. So I'm a student again, right? Because I love learning languages. And I'm studying a different language. I'm studying Korean. right?
Whoa.
And yeah, yeah. So it's the structure is totally different from English because, for example, in English you have subject, verb, and complement. In Korean, it's subject, complement, and verb. So the verb comes to the end. So you have to change totally the schemata that you have in your mind to understand, and it's pretty hard. And what I usually do, so whenever I'm watching something, because I love K-dramas, right, or listen to K-pop, and whenever I'm listening to something or watching a video, I just pick up my notebook and take notes of the expression of the word or the word. So for the ones that love technology, you can pick up your smartphone and just go
I
there,
love
notes,
technology.
and do it,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm a note
Yeah.
person, right?
Okay.
I'm from the 80s, you
Yeah.
know what things are.
Good luck.
And
Good luck is not easy. Comments here, Miss Lorani. Wow, you were studying Korean. Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow,
yeah,
wow. That's very good.
that's it. Okay, and
Yeah.
these kind of notes must be organized for you to understand later. So what I usually do, for example, I pick up a word. Okay, so let's talk about English. I pick up a word and then I write it, and then I can just put the translation in Portuguese, or just
Yeah.
make a definition, write a definition in English, or a
Yeah.
synonym, and write it in a sentence in order to contextualize, right? Because otherwise, sometimes you pick up a word and say, what
In a
does that
contest.
mean,
That
right?
yeah, that's what I used to say every time.
For
In a
example,
contest. Put in a contest the word. Yeah.
always, context is everything.
Hi.
So, for example,
Hold a
if I pick
second.
up,
Hold a second. Hi, Mika. Be welcome. This is a student of mine that I told you right now.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
so hi.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, teacher.
So if I pick up the word, for example, uniform, and then I just write
Yeah.
uniform and then uniforme, or I can just write it, the special clothes people wear for school or for work. And then I pick up the word
Yeah.
and put it in a sentence. I have to
Yeah.
wear uniform for school. Although I don't like it, but so, and what's more important is not only write here and forget it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. So you have to keep on revising. So every now and then you open your notebook and, yes, I remember here, uniform, yes. And then you just try to make other sentences, because this is something that makes you store the new vocabulary. And whenever it's necessary, the word comes easily for you to use it. And then this shows that you have learned properly. So learning is a process. You need to practice.
The process, yeah. For every
right?
language, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
So
process.
in any language. And okay,
Yeah.
what else? For the ones again who love technology, I like using those apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or Lingo Deer, like extra practice, right? So there have lots, they can teach you lots of vocabulary, and then you can practice and you see your development. And if you need some revision, they can show you, right? That is very important.
Wait,
And,
what was it?
sorry?
Could you write down here, please, teacher? Name of this app you told right now.
Okay. So let me see if I can.
So these guys, people they can see and they can
All right.
look for that.
Duolingo.
Yeah. No, Duolingo. Yeah, we already people already know.
Rise.
Yeah, other one you said.
And Lingo Deer. Okay, let me just write it
All right.
here.
Yeah.
So I'm learning Korean through Lingo Deer too.
Okay.
All right. So,
Right.
yes,
Lingo
I
Deer.
didn't write it M-E-M or M-E-N. I don't remember exactly the spelling. But anyway, you can just go there and store whatever, you can check it out.
Just Google it and you'll find it.
That's it. That's it. And okay, as I told you before, so okay, how can I get this reading for me to increase my vocabulary? All right. there are some possibilities. What I usually recommend and use with my students, those readers, those small books that you can have it adapted. They have different levels, so you have penguin books. There are lots of them from Macmillan, and then you can just see your level. Teacher, I'm beginner, so they have for A1 beginner. You have with the basic language, and then you can go to intermediate. So, and the same thing, you read. Another thing that I forgot just to say, that of course you must be selected. You won't.
Trying Arabic, not easy to.
Sorry?
Okay, yeah, you're back. You are freeze.
Yeah,
but you're back right now.
But did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you must be selected.
You
so am I going to use
internet
this?
connection? Yeah.
Yeah. So am I going to use this word? Is this useful? Once you decide, yes, I think that I'm going to use it. And again, the idea of taking notes and just organizing your glossary. But you can even find some things on the internet. There are some sites that I can't remember right now the name, but there are some sites in which you can read some books, right, and some short stories which you can read and improve your vocabulary. And now just moving to listening. I love working with music, so I can learn a lot from music and can do this as well. Right? And I don't know if you have mentioned in your other lives about the site called Lyrics Training, in which you can just listen and you can watch a video. You can fill in the blanks with the words, right? Just to work on your listening. It's very, very good as well. And you can watch your favorite TV series, right? And you just watch it and just put the captions in English for you just to see, right, what you're hearing, what you listen to, and what is written. And again, if you find some important or interesting expression, and take notes.
Yeah,
and
get it.
Take
notes.
Yeah,
and use it in a contest. Keep this word and because as I used to say, it's really interesting how our brain works. If you let escape this word, you will find this word again. You will find this word tomorrow again and again, and then you need to find a way to figure out a way to use this word and apply in a contest, as you say. It's very important. There is an app I would recommend here. Coach vocab. Coach. Let me write here. Coach. Word. Coach words vocab. Coach words vocab.
I've never seen this one.
That's a great app. To improve the vocabulary. It's a great app. Teacher. And where did you fall in love with Korean?
You're curious about it.
I'm quite curious. It happened suddenly with you. You dreamt, and you went to sleep and dreamt, and you wake up now. Today
No.
What's something?
Because,
I want to know.
My daughter is a BTS fan. BTS is a group from Korea, right? One of these K-pop groups. And she introduced them to me, and I totally fell in love with them, right? And then I start just listening to the songs, just getting to know about the lyrics and translations. And look, as I have facility with language, because I can, if I just start studying, I can speak any other language. Like I can speak, I can understand, right? French, Spanish, Italian, and a bit of Japanese. And so I decided, so let's learn. I decided to challenge myself and just to put myself into my students' shoes and see, okay, how they feel when they are learning a language that they don't know.
They started to learn.
Yes.
How a feeling
And
they
then
have.
now I'm feeling, because, okay, when I was studying 30 years ago, okay, but I can't remember how was it to feel learning something that it's difficult and that it's different. And then, oh my God, and then now I can understand better my students, right?
It's a challenge every day. Yeah.
Yes, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to learn.
It's really necessary to teach our students many kind of slangs, because I see many students nowadays, they are focusing on learning slangs from mainly because Brazilian people, they are very influenced by American English, and American English, came with very slangs and a lot of slangs, and I'd like to know your point of view. If it's really important teaching every time a lot of slangs. No, these slangs that. What do you think about it?
As I told you before, as language is something dynamic, right? Words come up every now and then, so I don't see any problems teaching them, right? And then you have just to tell them that, okay, the importance of register. So you can learn these expressions, but there are moments that you can use it, but there are moments that you cannot use it, depending on the person that you're talking to, depending on the context. So imagine you are at a job interview, and then you start going, hi dude, what the hell is that? Or not to say another word, right? So of course you're not gonna use this. So you have to know exactly in which context you're gonna use it.
Otherwise you don't get the job. You're running out the door.
You're fired before starting, right? So that's it. I didn't see the problem at all.
Hi, Mr. Marcelo. Evening. Time to speak the air, Mr. Marcelo. The guy I made last live.
All right. I saw him.
Very nice.
On your page.
Yeah. And we are ending this live. Teacher, I'd like to thank so much you for your presence here, and to spend this time with me and sharing some your experience, your tips, ideas here with these guys. And teacher, I want you to let your best advice for English learners.
Okay, my best advice to English learners is never give up. I mean, as long as, okay, although you think that's going to be impossible, it's hard.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Okay, if each student has their rhythm. There are some people that have more facility. There are people that have more difficulty. But this doesn't mean that they will never learn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, be kind to yourself.
Different.
Yes. So be kind to yourself. Because students are generally too demanding. They say, "Oh my God, but I need something perfect." No. The best thing is, okay, you have to learn how to communicate and to understand people. Right. Grammar is important. Vocabulary is important. Right. But this doesn't mean that, okay, if you just have a slip here, people won't understand and will kill you. No. Of course, it's good if you have a good English. But, if you have difficulty, no, come on. Don't give up. You can do it. Right? Mistakes are part of the process. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. That's my okay?
Hey, teacher Shirley, give me your question, please. I sent the questions. Don't cry, please. Give me your question. There's something. Hey, guys, give a question here you want. And we are ending this live. And teacher, that's it. There's something very important you say. Don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up. Because we already know that along this road of learning English, we need to struggle with many things. We find a way, and we need to get over many things. And this is the the courage, the advice I give my students every day. Yeah, maybe at the point that they feel stuck, they feel I'm not getting enough for it. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right here because yeah,
Mhm.
I think I will be fluent this year, but it's not happening. And but I asked something. Have you ever asked about how many things you learn until now? And you think about it, yeah, you
Yes.
yeah, and yeah, sometimes we and it's important things that many English learners focused they are focused on sounding native, and that is not the most important because as I used to say, when you focus on sounding native, you forget about the main things that are important, that are really important, that really matters for the language. Yeah, don't
Yes, it
focus
does.
on sounding
Yeah.
native. You need to focus, as you say, teacher, focus on having a good communication, as you are having right now, as you are having. You talk and I respond. I ask, you respond, you understand. If you can understand, if you keep a conversation a short during a short a long time, oh, that's great. Okay, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And
Simone,
today,
do you
yeah.
remember the first time you got emotional having a teaching experience?
That's for sure. Right. Always. I always have this. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
should it?
I'll say it's so how can I say that, touching. I felt so moved. It's so amazing when you see that a student gets after a
Yeah,
process, and then
yeah,
yeah, you help them walk. It's amazing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's very, 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 very good.
yeah. Teacher, thank
Yes.
you once
Yes.
again. Thank you. Okay. I hope so we can have next time. Okay, talking each other.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
All
And
right.
yeah, we are in deadline about time. Yeah. Teacher,
Very good.
I love it. I love it this moment with you. I enjoy it so much.
Me as well. It was my
I,
pleasure. Right?
I only have
Thank you very
thanks
much,
a bunch.
Francis.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All
I will let
right.
it save it. This life is gonna be saved, and our students, that people that they couldn't see today, they will see.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Right.
Yeah. Okay, teacher. See you.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys. Bye bye. See ya.
Good
My
night.
pleasure.
Take care. Okay. Thank you.
You too. Okay. Bye bye.